Hello there, this is Nabs, and I'm bringing you SnowRunner again. We're working on the Dyson diesel contracts. This is a portion of not a drill. We need to take the oil rig drill from the dam area, the Smithville Dam, and take it over to the drill site over, I believe it's Smithville Lake, or Black River. So we're starting out with the my Flip-A-Lot International, and we're gonna pick up the drill here and head on over there. So let's get going. If you like these videos, please hit that like button and subscribe. Lets me know that you want to see more, and then I'll start spamming a game, hitting it up a little harder, and get the videos up quicker. That's the easiest way to let me know. So let's get her underway. I have flipped this truck a number of times, especially with the rear crane on it. So luckily this time it looks like I don't need it, so I'm not using it. Otherwise I'd probably use a different truck. It has become the frustrating one of the fleet because I cannot keep it upright. I have gotten to many close to an end of a mission and then watched her turn over. I'd like to avoid that this time, but let's see how it goes. I haven't been flipping it too often. Guess the center of gravity on this thing's just too high, or the wheels are too close together. I don't know what it is, but it don't like me. Let's see, not service parts, not vehicle parts, oil rig drill. That looks like it. Is that right? Yeah, oil rig drill. Not enough space. I have the wrong back end. Alright, let me go switch trucks and I'll be right back. Or switch back ends. I'm going to try the flatbed. Alright, I finally got the right trailer with the right truck. Had to switch to the low hitch. And I needed a trailer with 5 slots. So I finally got one and we are ready to deliver this monstrosity large drill head. Is that drill head or just the drill motor itself? Yeah, it's the drill head. Armageddon. I now know what those drill heads look like. I only had a guess. I've seen some industrial large ones like they built mines from, but this is like a an oil drill head, drilling straight down. The only other ones I really notice are core drills, which is nothing like this thing. It's got the 3 wheels and pressure on it, and spinning all sorts of different directions at the same time, crushing everything in its way. Well, now it's sitting passively on the back of a trailer. Well, passively for how long? With this truck, I don't know. Really big it is. Finding a way to get down there. Alright, there we go. Oh, I get to, what is it? Black River? Black Lake? Black River. Wonder if I'm going to take the short route through the city or just go ahead and take the long, easier route around the town. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take all this weight up that hill with just this rig. I think I'm going to have to go around. The nice thing about going around the long way is, oh wait, that's not what I want. That's right. I'm not going to the gas station. I'm going to Black River. Other way, force to habit. Alright. So now the trick will be is whether I go... There's no way I'm getting across this. And it doesn't really put me at a good advantage. Now, do I think I could get across this? Well, if I didn't have to go through all this other nightmare, I might consider this an option. But I don't think it will be. And I think I'm going to have a hard time getting up this hill and this muck to get over there. So I think I'm going to take the street, the easy long way around. Take it through here. Take it through here. Where's that drill site at? It's over here. So I'm going to have to come up in here and then do this little... This bit in here is muddy. Oh, see, I've even got to cross... see, this is a mud bog too. But I think it's better than crossing here. So we're going to do that route. We're going to go the longer route with more street driving on it. Because I'm not sure I can get up this grouping right here. And this one right here. I don't think this rig will do it. And I'm not sure I want to find out. Like I said, this is the truck I flip a lot. It's got a lot of pull. It does pretty good in the mud and the muck, but it does not like being bounced around in the off-road. Does not like, for me anyways, it does not like challenging any sideways hills. And truthfully, just don't think this truck likes me much. And it's got the big drill head on it. So, and it does not seem to have much torque. It is having a hard time going up this hill. Actually, it's not doing too bad up this hill. Doing better than I thought it would. Makes me wonder if it'll make that hill. I'm going to see, my own head, I'm going to go back and forth. Probably let these couple of mud spots kind of clue in on whether or not I should try that big hill or not with this thing. I do have my new favorite International nearby. I can always tow it out. Yeah, I muscled through that pretty nicely, but that wasn't really much mud and bog. We're going to be coming up on a little. It's first mud and bog. Mud and bogging up here. See how much we lose for that. Wow, that downhill, it likes that. Oof. Mess with that. Tore through that pretty easy, but then again, it had all that built up speed for it. Now that it's gone, it just kind of slides its way along. And welcome back to town. We just came through here. Not that long ago, we just were here. That is a big drill head. Alrighty, we're going to cut through town. And I'm going to take the easy route. 2 gas stations, and I think that drive is going to be much easier in this vehicle than trying to go up that muddy hill. I think it would take longer, and I think I'd have to go get my my partner in crime to tow this thing out. I don't think it'll make it. And we got more than 3/4 of the tank, so we're going to bypass the G-gas here. See you later, G-Stock. And we're going to go through our new favorite watering shortcut. Bam! Go with the road signs. Whoosh! She just tears up that. Not a problem there. Though the hill is a factor. Look at that thing. It's not got enough torque for this run. It did not like that torque-wise. That drill is too heavy for this motor. Well, not too heavy, but heavy enough. Heavy enough for it to say, no, 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 no. You don't like this. Alright, left over our bridge. That's right. This is the bridge we built. We're going back over it. Nice panoramic view over the river. We'll bounce off the walls. That's right. We cut a left up here. Come on, big doggy. Smooth sailing. Wow, that's a lot of water down there. Ow. Rock damaged my suspension. That's no good. And these roads, again, still remind me of when I lived in Missouri. They looked like this all the time. It didn't help that in the Creve Coeur area, the Creve Coeur Park, baseball fields flooded just about every year. I remember the number of times I went down there to help clean this, clean that, rake the fields, trying to dry them out using that quick dry stuff, turn that field into sand. All right, I need to, oh yeah, we're going up to the fuel station still. I haven't gotten there yet. I don't remember how many times we went down there to fix those baseball fields. One year the flooding was so bad, I think the area lost, there was reports of horses that didn't make it, that they got trapped in the barn and they couldn't get out, and the barn caps, the water went up to well past the barn roofs, and the horses couldn't get out. That was a real bad year, but that was a year we had to play baseball somewhere else, because those fields down in that valley they never dried out. They didn't dry out till like August or something like that, and they still weren't playable then. We had to still put back up fences, light poles. They lost a couple of light poles. It was bad that year. I don't remember if any of the farmers down in that valley had gave up on their farm. I know the batting cage had to be totally rebuilt. They had to bring in new machines and everything. The flooding that year was just horrific. Other years it was just like, it was always flooded. It was just like, it was the standard thing to be able to go down there. All right, we're going to patch up the fields. We're going to break them down, smooth them back, grade them back out, and it was like every year. And then that it had to have been like one of my last years there, so I want to say it was like 86, 87, maybe it was 88, I don't know. One of those years it just flooded the whole thing. I mean, as a kid back then, I was like disappointed I didn't get to play my baseball at our home field. We had to ride all over the place, Manchester, Chesterfield ballparks. I can't remember what all the different ballparks we had to go to were, but they were not ours and not nearby. But, hindsight looking at it, not really a major thing, a minor inconvenience by comparison to people who lost their horses, farms, barns. I think people lost their houses down there. There was a small airport I know that they had to reconstruct. So in my case it was minor, but these roads remind me of those days down there, because they looked like this. As a matter of fact, these look good by comparison to what we're down there. I know at one point they couldn't get them repaired in a timely fashion, so they just covered all the small sections that they could have that they had exposed asphalt still. They left as asphalt, but the other areas I didn't make the turn. I did a horrible job trying to make this turn. Let's totally try this again. Where they didn't have exposed asphalt anymore, or not safe asphalt, they created a gravel patch. So you'd go from asphalt to gravel, and back then, what did we have? We had a Mercury Topaz, I believe. Yeah, we didn't have maybe we had the Ford LTD. I can't remember whether it was before the LTD accident or after. Had to be before. No, I think it was the Mercury Topaz, front wheel drive Topaz. It did not like going from gravel to asphalt. No, neither did the LTD, but at least it had weight so it could slide on through. The Topaz just bounced and just felt like you were totally out of control in the airplane. Thankfully, I was just a passenger and not a driver back in those days. I was only 12-ish. I don't know if it was. I was 10 to 12, somewhere there. Oh no! Don't get stuck! Don't get stuck! I don't want to have the long drive back to get the other truck. But yeah, you'd go from dirt to asphalt, or gravel to asphalt, and it was just, that little car did not like it at all. It didn't like it much better than the panel van we had, which we took down there a lot because that's where we carried all the baseball, or we could carry more baseball gear in it. It didn't like it much either, but then again, that thing was so cheap, it didn't like anything. Thing had, I couldn't tell you how many miles on it. It said it had 89,000, but that's because the odometer would roll over at 100. It was old enough where it probably had 200,000 plus miles on it. So my guess is about 280,000 on the old Dodge, but it still ran. It was a Dodge, what they call them, a 100 Transit or something like that, or I can't remember, the 100 transmission or 100 Transit or what it was. It was a 100. It was a light, cheap, 3-speed transmission V8 panel van with a suspension that was probably stock original, because it just kept bouncing. You hit the one bump, just go boing, the whole way through. I miss those days. Though I didn't have to drive one of these down those hills. Jeez Louise, this thing is slow and the muck is just ridiculous. Now I'm trying to picture the Mercury Topaz down here. I think it would have gotten stuck at the first sign of a rock. It's just gonna go, nope, no, the mud over there, nope. I just stopped running now, which is, exactly what it did in real life. It just stopped running. I think they took it to a mechanic once, and what was wrong with it? I think it was like the idler motor or something like that. Something was causing it to just rev up uncontrollably. Every time you stopped, took it out of gear, the RPMs just went through the roof. Kind of like what do they call it? A stuck throttle cable, except it didn't have one. It was some sort of computer-controlled thing, and the computer just would go haywire and just tell you, oh, you're not idling high enough, and just run it through the roof, where you were shutting the car off at 8,000 RPMs if you were quick enough. I'm surprised we didn't blow that motor. I really am. But to repair that, wasn't repair it, you had to replace it. And it was some like $1,400, and we're like, the car isn't worth $1,000. Why are we going to put real money into this piece of junk? So we ended up getting rid of it, but as I'm sitting here thinking about it, I don't think that thing would have gone through any of this. These trucks are having enough time. Man, this thing is slow, and I've got a floor. Look at this. I'm slamming the throttle. I'd hate to get it, even think about going through this mud, because it is not liking this at all. Dragging something back there? What's going on? Are the brakes on? So I got it in, I don't have it in low, I have it in automatic. This is just all she's got. See what I'm saying about it? I don't think it would have made it up that end. Alright. Let's stop this. Drop off the drill. Well, that was some fast construction. Jeez Louise, that thing went up in a hurry. Alright. Well, we got it there. The next portion will be, I have to bring this trailer. I gotta go back and get another high saddle. Oh, that was a monstrous trail. And bring it back to the drill site. That will be an adventure for another time. I'll probably pick it up with a truck over at the factory. So, till next time. Later.